Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I hope you're having a wonderful day. In today's video, I will guide you through the form I-485 public charge questions. So this is a new edition of the form that was released on December 23rd. This video will only focus on the new questions that were added to the form related to the public charge rule. If you would like a full step-by-step guide to this form, you can see the old edition guide that I have on my channel. I will also link it under this video. The form itself has not changed much with the exception of the public charge questions. The questions that I will guide you through today are located in part 8 of the form on page 13, and they are questions 61 through 68. Question 61 asks, are you subject to the public charge ground of inadmissibility? If you are applying for adjustment of status based on a family petition, you are in fact subject to the public charge rule. So you have to answer yes in this question. On the screen, you will see a summary table that I have made to make it easier to understand who is and is not subject to public charge. This table is not exclusive and includes only the most common types of applicants for adjustment of status. As you can see from this table, if you have to answer yes to question 61 if you are applying as a family-based applicant, a diversity visa applicant, or an employment-based applicant. You will only answer no to this question if you fall in any of the following categories listed on the right-hand side of the table. It is important to understand that holding a status that is exempt from public charge does not exempt you from public charge if you are applying for a green card in the family or employment-based category or diversity category. So for example, if you are currently residing in the US and you hold an asylum status or TPS, but now you're married to a US citizen and you are applying for a green card based on the family category. So now you become subject to the public charge ground and must answer yes to this question. Moving on to question 62. Here, you are asked to provide the size of your household. This number may not be the same as the household size listed on your affidavit of support form I-864. In this particular question, you will also see that in the form instructions, you can count the following people as part of your household. The applicant, so the person applying for the green card, the applicant's spouse, if physically residing together, the applicant's parents, also if physically residing together, the applicant's unmarried siblings under the age 21, again also if physically residing together, the applicant's children, anyone listed as dependent on the applicant's tax returns, and also anyone who lists the applicant as dependent on their tax returns. So as you can see here, in this question, you can actually count more people than, for example, on the affidavit of support. You do not need to count roommates, boyfriends, girlfriends that are not actually related to you or whom you do not list on tax returns. Moving on to question 63. This question asks to list an estimate of your annual household income. So here, you will estimate the income of all members of the household whom you have counted above. DHS specifies here that any income obtained from a lawful source can be counted, including income obtained without work authorization, as long as it was obtained legally. Here, you can also count any income from alimony and child support. You must exclude any income from supplemental security income, so SSI, temporary assistance for needy families, TANF, and other general assistance programs which are listed in the form instructions. You must also exclude any income from illegal activities or sources such as illegal gambling or drug sales. So here again, estimate annual income of all the people in the household. Moving on to question 64. This question asks to identify the total value of household assets. Again, here you can count things like checking and savings accounts, value of a house or a vehicle, or any interest obtained from investments, and obviously do not count any assets obtained by illegal means. Moving on to question 65, identify the total value of household liabilities. So liabilities basically mean any debts that you may have, things like loans, debts, including mortgages, student loans, credit card debts, etc. Next, moving on to question 66. This question asks the highest degree of schooling that you, meaning the applicant for a green card, have completed. So here you can answer what your degree is. Moving on to question 67. This one asks to list any certification, licenses, skills obtained through work experience, educational certificates. Based on the instructions and also based on the briefing by the DHS here, you can include literally any type of certification, degree, any license that you have obtained. Here you can also count any skills that you obtained from volunteering and even unpaid opportunities. Here's just an example of skills and experiences that I have listed for the purposes of this form. You're welcome to pause and compare and see if there is anything else that you would like to add. Finally, moving on to question 68, A through D. So here, in question 68A, you have to answer whether you have ever received any of the following public benefits. Please only answer yes if you have received public benefits listed in this question. Do not answer yes if you have received any other type of public benefits such as food stamps or Medicaid or CHIP, WIC, literally any other types of public benefits not listed in this question. 68B similarly asks if you have ever received long-term institutionalization at government expense. So this question in particular asks if you have ever been institutionalized in a facility such as medical facility or mental health facility for a significant amount of time at government expense. So if you have been institutionalized in a facility for long-term care, but it was on your own insurance or your own pay, you do not answer yes to this question. And finally, if you have received these types of benefits, then you will have to list what kind of benefit you have received, when it started and ended, and what was the dollar amount that you got. And also, if you have been institutionalized, similarly in question 68D, you will have to write the name of the institution, when you stayed there, and for what reason. And most of you watching this video will probably answer no to these two questions anyway, because most of non-immigrants who are applying for a green card are ineligible for these types of benefits anyway, because it is very difficult to receive these types of public benefits if you are a non-citizen. And in that case, you will not need to elaborate questions 68C and D. As you can see, these new questions that were added are not too difficult to navigate. And if you still have questions, I suggest that you read the instructions to this form. And finally, another question that you may have is, do you need to provide any types of evidence in regards to these questions? After reading the instructions and the DHS briefing, they did say that although you are not required to provide any additional evidence with this form, if you choose to do it, you can, but you're not required to do so. And if USCIS feels like they need additional evidence from you, they will issue a request for evidence asking for any kind of evidence that they would like to see from you. However, they did not specify what kind of evidence they would be looking for, as there's no particular formula to this. They simply said that any evidence that you as the applicant deem important in this case, you are welcome to provide. So I hope that you found this video useful. Again, check out the guide to this entire form in its old edition on my channel, and I will also link it under this video. I would appreciate it if you subscribed. 80% of people watching my videos are not subscribed, so it really helps my channel a lot. Give a like to this video, share it so we can help more people, and I hope to see you guys in my next videos. Bye!